Man, this album is different because, when I first started, I didn't experience the things that I experienced. Making music in a basement, really struggling, it's different than when you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about bills and things like that. And so it kind of relaxes a certain part of my brain and allows me to focus on the music in a different type of way. And at the same time, man, just being cultured and just, traveling the world, that also is a big deal and a big part of it.
Sure. Now, I mean, when I hear some of the new music that you're doing, the impression that I get is that, B.o.B has gotten, the pop love and the, the stadiums and all that, but like, it feels like you really want that street love. Like, was that a conscious kind of decision? You think I'm right in this assessment?
Well, I mean, I don't do anything unconsciously, but I consciously just wanted to be in the clubs more, and just being 24, man, like, I want to party, man, so, I just want to hear my music in the club. But at the same time, I still got that musician side of me where I want to pick up the guitar, turn some shit up. So, that's always going to be there, always, but I think this album is just like a different direction. It's a breath of fresh air for me because I'm not really, not that an artist ever should filter themselves, but it's just really a unedited type of twist to it.
I found a tweet from B. Rich, and it said, B.o.B and Drake collabo coming soon in January. He said this was 2010. So 3 years ago, B. Rich was talking about a B.o.B Drake song, and I haven't seen one yet. What happened with that?
I don't know, man. I never really was ever working on a song with Drake, so I don't know where that came from. Maybe he knew something I ain't know.
B. Rich was working behind the scenes trying to hook it up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know how management is, man. So, but nah, I don't know.
I mean, is Drake someone that you want to do a song with?
I mean, if the right song was about, I think, it's got to be the right record. Something that shows. I'm an artist. I'm like him. He's really into his world, and I'm really into my world sonically. So it's gotta be the right fit.
I feel you. You feel the new album, the new Drake album?
Yeah, it's like he's mastering his sound, and I think that's the beauty with all artists at this point in their career. When you get into your like second and third album, now it's like it's an effortless thing. In underground luxury, for me, it's like now I feel like I'm mastering my sound. I feel like it's a more relaxed, effortless approach to it. It's a lot of work. Really just actually executing it and recording the songs and executing the songs, but it's a real effortless type of work process.
Now, I mean, a lot of people criticized Drake for singing too much on his new album, and that's something that you've done kind of the whole time. I mean, what's really your approach when it comes to like hip hop purists and saying you sing too much, or you're not hardcore hip hop?
I mean, it's like, fans are territorial. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on, man, you can't be doing all that singing, man. This is our hip hop. This is our hip hop version of B.o.B, or this is our underground version of Bob. This is the Bob I know. But it's like, shit, man, you got to be your own person first, But, that's just hip hop fans are a lot more emotional than most. But I actually tweeted that out the other day, and somebody said, "Oh no, you've never seen a heavy metal fan base in front of an act that they feel has changed or moved on." So it's all about the extremity of the music. The more emotion you put into your music, the more emotional your fans are gonna feel about it. So I'd rather have my fans have strong opinions than no opinion.
Do you think your white fans are more like, angry and opinionated, or your black fans?
I don't know, man. Like I be doing like shows, Like I be doing like shows for people, and you know, like it may be like a bar mitzvah, somebody's sweet 16, and you know they still want to hear nothing.
Wait, hold on. You've done bar mitzvahs?
Yeah, I just did a bar mitzvah like 2 days ago.
You just did a bar mitzvah?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be all in your pockets, but was it a huge paycheck for the bar mitzvah? Was it like some really rich Jewish guy? Like,
well, the party wasn't cheap.
You think they spent total on that party? You think they spent over $1 million on that bar mitzvah?
Maybe in that ballpark. But you know, when I went, they still wanted to hear Airplanes, Nothing on You, So Good, Magic. You know, so for me, you know, I've already blazed the trail for, you know, for my foundation and my fan base. So, you know, I can kind of, you know, I can go through many doorways. You know, I can go do a bar mitzvah, go to, you know, Clark, Atlanta, and you know, get lap dances on stage, and I can go, you know, perform for the president. I can go, you know, I can do many different things. I'm a shapeshifter.
That's dope, man. How many, you know, because I'm Jewish myself. This is why I ask. I mean, how many bar mitzvahs have you done so far?
This year, probably like, maybe like 10.
No. Not this year. Total. How many bar mitzvahs have you done?
Shit, man. Maybe like 100. No, I'm just joking. Maybe like
you've 50. You've done 100. Wait, hold on.
Okay, probably like 50. Being
you've done 50 bar mitzvahs
since the Adventures of Bobby Ray. I probably done like 50.
50 bar mitzvahs. And do the 13-year-old Jewish kids like really rock out?
Oh yeah. Shit.
Do they get churned up at the bar mitzvahs?
Hell yeah. Okay, you know I got to do a clean version, but the kids always cuss anyway. So
speaking about white people churning up, there was a video that came out recently where like a white fan kind of jumped on stage and just got straight football tackled. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I actually did see it.
What
I was thinking to myself when he walked on stage, I was like, man, this is not gonna be good for you. my team, man, like, you know, I got people here to protect me, man. So it's like, you know, I don't have it, you know, he have no ill intention, man, but it's like, you know, that's just not the way to, you know, to approach your favorite artist. But he's cool, man. I actually tweeted him after the show. He was alright. He didn't sustain any injuries.
Okay, ain't gonna be no lawsuits anytime
soon. We good.
I mean, you know, when it comes to security, I mean, there's always that fine line. I mean, you sometimes got that overzealous security, you know, that just kind of just goes way overboard. I mean, you know, have your security guys like tackled a lot of people on stage like this?
People usually don't come on stage like that. You know, I've never really had, you know, no one run on stage in a minute. You know, I can count on one hand how many times that's happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's Drake rapping. When he raps, he's one of the best, dog. Like, he says shit I've never heard before.
You don't. Like, I can't go in somebody else's house, and even though they let me wear their clothes and eat their food, that's not my house.